Good morning. Check. Check.
Jane sir,
Jai Hind, ma'am.
जी सर। जी सर।
Chiranjeevi, please switch off your speakers. फोटो देंगे। सागु आप सागु आपका कैमरा स्विच ऑफ करो ना। Okay, the session is going to be start. So let's wait for the 5 minutes to join the officers of the Indian Army. I request everybody to mute your mics.
One of them. Thank you for assembling our webinar session. Importance of digital integration in nation building. I am welcoming each and every one participant from our 13 batches, from J.A. College, Agarsen College, and all the affiliated colleges. Welcome people to the session, sir. The great speaker of today. Uh, I thank our commanding
Good
officer, sir,
morning, sir. Good morning,
to
sir.
give this wonderful opportunity. Welcome you, one of all. Person, fourth person, end of the person. Person will now start the program.
Okay, before the program starts, I request all of you to turn off your mic and video to avoid any kind of interruption. Thank you. Then, sir, KMTA 1966 senior under cadet A4 reporting, sir. Program சுருக்க நிலையை அனுமதித்த ஸ்ரீமான்.
Proceed.
Good morning to one and all present on this webinar. I am Cadet A4 of J.H.A.AGARSEN College NCC, 13 Battalion NCC, Madras B Group, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Directorate. I welcome you all to attend this webinar on importance of national integration in nation building. Let's begin the session with Tamil Pai Valtu.
டேஷ்போர்ட் அசைப்பு பார்க்கலாமா? ஏய் போய் மூஞ்சி கழுவிங்க.
I request everybody to mute your
Mahalakshmi,
mic.
please switch off your mic.
இங்க பாருங்க. கம்ம கழுவி.
Cadet Mahalakshmi, please switch off your mic.
ஒரு நாள் போயிடுச்சு. ஏன் நான்
Jerina, you may proceed now.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெளிலொழுகும்
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீலமை திரும்பி எந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you for the wonderful Tamil Tagline. Now I request, now I call upon Arjun Zarina to sing a NCC song.
அப்பா சிவபிரியா
Mahalakshmi, please switch off your mic. Cadet Mahalakshmi.
हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। अपनी मंजिल एक है, हा एक है, हो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। कश्मीर की धरती रानी है, सरताज हिमालय है। सदियों से हमने इसको अपने कौन से पाला है। कश्मीर की धरती रानी है, सरताज हिमालय है। सदियों से हमने इसको अपने कौन से पाला है। देश की रक्षा की खातिर हम शमशीर उतारेंगे, हम शमशीर उतारेंगे। बिखरे बिखरे तारे हैं हम, लेकिन दिल मिल एक है, हा एक है, हो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। मंदिर गुरुद्वारे भी है यहाँ, और मस्जिद भी है यहाँ। गिरिजा का है गरियाल कहीं, मुल्ला की कहीं है अजान। मंदिर गुरुद्वारे भी है यहाँ, और मस्जिद भी है यहाँ। गिरिजा का है गरियाल कहीं, मुल्ला की कहीं है अजान। एक ही अपना राम है, एक ही अल्लाह ताला है, एक ही अल्लाह ताला है। रंग बिरंगे दीपक है हम, लेकिन जगमग एक है, हा एक है, हो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं। अपनी मंजिल एक है, हा एक है, हो एक है। हम सब भारतीय हैं, हम सब भारतीय हैं।
Thank you, Ms. Arjun Zarina. Now I request our ANO of J.H.A.AGARSEN College, Dr. Lieutenant Babu sir, to give a welcome address.
Good morning, each one of you are present today. It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the two guest speakers today with us who are present here to deliver the webinar session today for us. One from Lieutenant Dr. Gurushen, Mohammed Karaji. Second one, Lieutenant Praveen Akota. On behalf of the NCC 13 Battalion and J.H.A.AGARSEN College. I convey my regards to the guest speakers. Thank you so much, sir, for the acceptance, invitation, and for the webinar. Thank you, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Cadet D. Manoj to introduce the guest speakers for the day.
Cadet Lee Manoj from J.H.A.AGARSEN College, 13th Battalion, Madras B Group. Welcoming sir, Lieutenant Dr. Vibhuti Bhushan Mohapetra. He is working as an assistant professor in Sanskrit in Rajasthan College, Bhubaneswar, under the Department of Higher Education from December 2013 to till date. He did his MA Sanskrit from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and completed his MPhil from Jagannath Sanskrit Vidyalaya, Sri Vira- Viharpuri, Odisha. He cleared his NET exams on 2012, which is conducted by UGC. He, he cleared his PhD in 2015 and joined as an associate NCC officer from 2/4/2016 to till date. Rajmani College or NCC Army Wing and conducted many activities like national camp, observation days, programs, etc. And we conducted selection camps for TSC camp in July 2019. And also, we sent many cadets to the RDC camp. We welcome you, sir. And our second guest speaker is Lieutenant Praveen Athola. He is working as a assistant professor of English in Srinidhi Institute of Science and Technology, Hyderabad, for the past 12 years. He did his master's in English literature and currently pursuing doctorate from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Guntur. And he attended a good number of conference and webinar on English language and soft skills. He took up his NCC ANO charge since the inspection NCC activities that were started from 2017 and trained as a ANO at Officer at Training Academy, Nagpur, in the year of 2018 to 19. He also achieved the Best Private Commander Award during the training period. We welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Our water speaker, Mohammed Raji, please join with us, switch on your video. Now the time starts for you.
Uh, Thank you, sir. Uh, Actually, I'm trying to on my video, but why the video is not on? Okay.
Thank you, Manoj, for your speech. Now I hand over the session to our guest speaker, Lieutenant Dr. Bhuti Bhushan Malhotra.
Thank you, the senior under officer of Agarsen College, Huberson. Respected commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel P. Kumar of 13th Tamil Nadu Battalion, Dr. A. Mohan Krishnan, the principal of Agarsen College, Lieutenant H. Babu, ANO of Agarsen College, my dear friend, my course mentor, Lieutenant Praveen Athota, the ANO of Srinidhi Institution of Technology, my dear friend and my course mentor, Revered Sri Aditya Agrawal, President of this webinar, Harish Kumar Singh, Secretary of this seminar, my introducer, dear Manoj, and all the cadets of 13th Tamil Nadu Battalion and 6th Odisha Battalion, Odisha. Dear friends, a very good morning to all of you. Before coming to my presentation, I will express my thanks to Dr. Babu for giving such beautiful opportunity to meet you. Unfortunately, I don't know why my video is not working, but I'm trying. It is opening, but not able to see myself. Our today's topic is the importance of national integration in nation building. Dear graduates, you all know that national integration is a challenge in 21st century. Before coming to the modern civilization, I would like to draw your kind attention that the concept of Rashtra means a nation first comes in our Yajur Veda. A Brahmana Brahman Brahmavarchasa Rashtrajayatam is the verse. Before that, there is no concept of Rashtra, but the unity is there. In Rig Veda, there is a beautiful verse Sanghachadvam Sambadadvam Sambo Manansi Janatam. So the unity mantra is there, but first time the concept of Rashtra introduced in Yajur Veda, and at last in Atharva Veda, the importance of Rashtra was established. So from the Vedic period to till date, the Indian national integration is originated, developed, and what I see today. Dear friends, I have a little presentation. Just I am sharing my presentation. Am I visible? Am I visible, Babu sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Is it visible?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Let me. Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Uh, that
Bhagat
PowerPoint is
Raji,
visible or not? Yes. Is the PowerPoint
audio
visible
is
to you?
okay.
No, no, no. My, I'm saying
Video,
that my
video is not
screen.
coming.
No, no, no. Video not. I'm giving you my screen, sharing my screen with you.
Screen sharing, huh? Okay, okay, okay. One second.
Is it visible?
Screen is not coming. No.
Oh God. Okay, okay. Okay. So let us see. So, dear friends, that national integration is the awareness of a common identity among the citizen of a country. This means that although we belong to different castes, religions, and speak different languages, we recognize the fact that we are alone. We are all one. It is not just a national feeling, but the spirit which brings people of all dialect and beliefs together in a similar endeavor. So the first in modern India, the first concept of nation, and India is known as our Matrubhumi or Janani, is first declared by Sri Aurobindo. Before that, India is just a country.
Manoj, voice
But
clear.
first, but first time, Sri Aurobindo declared that India is our motherland. Apurjam Vishwam Pasupat Viraver Lelihamanam cha Hanuk Karale Puram cha Nagna Tamasi Vachakshu Hinsasya Jantur Jananim Dadarsa. He had seen that how the Britishers using our motherland and our motherland is crying. Yeah, you have to just share my. Okay, okay, wait, wait. My cat is coming. Share the open किया पीपीटी इसके अंदर है ना ओपन कर बस ओपन कर दिया ओपन तो कर दिया Babu sir, am I visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excellent. So, so my point is that in modern India, first the Bharata Janani is told by Sri Aurobindo. Before that, there is a beautiful verse in Atharva Veda that is called the Prithvi Sikha, where the motherland is known as Janani. But in the concept of national integration, it arises though the behavior and the determination of the citizen. It is the duty of every person as a citizen to oppose the forces and ideas that weaken national unity and integrity. So, in this context, national integration plays a dynamic role in making the country as one. This happens only by unifying every section of the society. It provides an equal opportunity for each citizen. It also offers an equal platform in terms of social, cultural, and economic development. So, national integration also helps to unite the minorities as well as giving them the freedom to live their life in their way without any interference. It is a protection boundary. Thus, national integration is also essential for the country's development because the country with national unity will always flourish and develop. So, in this context, we must come to that the aim of national integration. National integration principle aims at providing a better environment for the people of the country. Thus, they can develop themselves in all the aspects. It also aids to bind multiracial and multilingual country like India, which has people with diverse culture and tradition. Vinnatve ekatvam. It also multiple the union of brotherhood amongst communities, societies, and people. So national integration also helps in keeping the stability of the country and adds up to its whole development. It supports to nurture communal harmony and fight casteism, regionalism, and linguism, etc. In present in present scenario, you can see how the casteism and regionalism is playing to disturb our national integration. The national integration improves the feeling of lofty and fraternity towards the nation. It unites the people in case of any national emergency. So, this is the aim and integration. So now we should come to our point that how to promote our national integration in modern context. Always I am telling you in modern context because our traditional national integration is something different than today we are living our modern life, and in our modern life how to promote our national integration. Now it demonstrates a crucial part in the development of the country. It becomes important to develop the feeling of a national integrity among its citizens. Therefore, focus on all the sections of society and making them financially dependent will promote national integration. So, friends, very carefully you have to observe that the national integration is the major base for the financial development of the country. This will help to promote economic integrity. This is one of the most important factor in promoting national integration. Tolerance and respect for others' caste or religion also support to promote national integrity. That should be our culture. So education, social and cultural unity, equality among people also helps to teach the feeling of national integration. So supporting, what are the supporting elements in national integration? Our national heroes have made several efforts from time to time to keep India's unit and integrated. The Indian Constitution incorporated such ideas and principles that strengthen the unity of India. These principles are essential for the unity and integrity of India. are a democracy and fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and unified justice system, secularism, common national emblems, and national festivals. All these are the components of supporting the national integration. India is a democratic country. Here, the elected representatives of the public constitute the government. These representatives work according to the wishes of the public because it is the public who elects and sends them as a public representative. So there are five major points to supporting our national integration. The first one is equal fundamental rights, then equal fundamental duties. The country will provide, the constitution will provide the right, and we will perform the duties. The secular, the identical symbols, tourism and national integration, etc. So, what is equal fundamental rights? The Indian Constitution provides for six fundamental rights. There, these basis rights are equally enjoyed by the Indian citizens without any discrimination. The fundamental rights are important for the welfare and all-round development of the citizens. There is a provision of equality in fundamental rights, freedom and social justice, etc., to provide development opportunities to the citizens. Under these constitutional provisions, the weaker section of the society, the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes, and other backward classes are protected. So this is very important for the national integration. Every community has freedom to religion and language, etc. Directive principles of policy also guide the government to take measures to serve the interest of the poor, the uppers and the weaker sections of the society. So, friend, the this is the equal fundamental right. Now we will come that what is equal fundamental duty. The fundamental duties are also mentioned in the Indian Constitution. It is the duty of every citizen of India to honor the Constitution and its ideal, institution, and national flag and national anthem. All citizens should always be ready to serve the nation for the unity and integrity of the India and build a sense of brotherhood and protect public property. Ayam nija paroveti ganana laghuchetasa udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. The whole world is Vishwavayam Kunam Aryam. All the universe is one home, and we all are brothers and sisters of this Dharitri, this Dhara. The judiciary is responsible for protecting the democracy and the rights of the citizens in India. It has a single judicial system to enforce the law of the union or the center and the states. The judiciary of India is unified and it's formed like a pyramid. So, cadets, it is very important that the judiciary is responsible for protecting the democracy. So, what is secular? Our constitution declares India to be a secular nation. Followers of every religion have the right to religious freedom. The government will not discriminate against any religion. So the secularism is one of the best pillar for the national integration. It is a mindset. You have to understand before saying anything about any religion and any caste. So the fourth is identical symbols. The Constitution of India has also adopted national emblems which inspire all citizens to have ideal and loyalty, such as the national flag, the tricolor, national anthem, Janaganamana, national song Vande Mataram, national symbol Ashoka Chakra, Sarva Dharma Pravartanaya, Dharma Chakra Pravartanaya, that Ashokan symbol, as we selected our identical symbol. The national emblems strengthen the national spirit and establish unity, which is helpful in national integration. So, our emblem is our strength. At any where we will see our national emblem, we feel privileged and we feel proud that this is my country. Presently, you can see in the Olympics when our flag is just and our blood became more and morely circulated. So there are people of different sects and caste and languages in India who have their own customs and festivals. But we also have three national festivals. What are these? These are Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti. And except that, you can see how Diwali and Holi we are celebrating equally. You can see many instances from our country. All Indians celebrate them enthusiastically, and this strengthens the feeling of national unity. So before I told that national unity is a feeling, is an attitude, is a mindset. So then we should come to the pragmatic pillar of the national integration, that is tourism and national integration. Friends, tourism has been a major supporting element of national integration since the beginning. Tourism helps in understanding such a large country and awakening a sense of unity amongst all. Understand each other's characteristics and problems due to which similar feelings throughout the attitude development. Tourism helps in understanding the culture of the country, economic and industrial development, and new dimensions of development. Our country is like a garland of flowers. In this garland, flowers of many colors and fragrances are faded into itself. It simply means that we live in this nation together with mutual harmony and love. Our sense of nationality gives its appearance of a prosperous and powerful nation. So, what are the advantages of the national integration? The advantages are: national integration plays a very important role in the political, economical, and cultural and social dimensions of the country. It helps the country in the following ways. National integration promotes the social harmony. National integration makes the people of the country be present in harmony. This works only by strengthening the social bond between them. It endorses brotherhood, peace, and tolerance among them, unites the nation. That national integration unites the nation. Our country is a federal country. National integration aids to unite people of different race, caste, creed, or thoughts and makes the country as a single entity. It strengthens the country and make it powerful on the in international platform. It is the well-known fact that the country has less internal matter and problems. They will always prosper and develop. The country which is united with always have fewer problems as compared to the country which is socially unstable. So, to promote loyalty for the nation, national integration endorses loyalty of the citizen for the country. It aids to make people join hand and stand for the advancement of the country, forgetting their petty issues. That's why our revered Prime Minister always announcing, मिल के चलेंगे, हर एक के साथ इस देश को चलना चाहिए. You can see the Swachh Bharat mission has introduced in national in 2014. When the Prime Minister announced Swachh Bharat mission, from the beginning people are laughing. Now it is an habit of all the citizens. So this is our national integration teaching us to promote our loyalty towards the nation. What are the limitations in national integration? There was no problem of national integration in ancient India. The whole country was tied in the thread of unity, as I told before. But in the 19th century, the first step was taken in the direction of thinking towards developing the trend of segregation in the country. Some people promotes them for personal interest in our society. Sometimes people became more emotional in matter of their religion, their caste, language, or religion. This creates a situation of tension or conflict in society. This situation threatens the integrity of the country by weakening its unity. So, national integration plays a major significance role in modern times. Hence, it has challenges like communalism, regionalism, linguism, etc. So, global terrorism is also one of the major threats to national integration. With while few people will radical thoughts convincing the population and brainwash them. They provoking them against their motherland. In the era of technological advancement and the accessibility of social media, it is very easy to get deceived. National integration helps it ignore these situations. It makes people intellectually mature to tolerate. Friends, you can see whatever the message we are receiving in our Facebook and WhatsApp, without thinking anything, just we are forwarding it. Is it good? No, it is not good. Before sending any message towards our friend and groups, etc., we must have to go through it. So, friends, for a development country like India, which has been a victim of slavery for some years, it should be strengthened for a national integration to avoid threats like communalism, casteism, and regionalism. This self government challenged national integration, leading to assassinations, massacres, and riots, etc. The addition of external elements and force became restrictive to national integration. Progress, the country always struggled to divide the country and struggle mutually. The revolution in Kashmir is supported by such external forces. Prolonged confusion in Kashmir has separated these areas from the national mainstream youth. When the number of these disorganized elements exceed, the struggle for complete isolation. India is a country of vast geographical diversity, which where many religion, caste, tribes, and sects live. These differences are the superiority of our culture. When unilliterate became a weakness of national unity and integration. To maintain national integration, it is necessary to participate in the elements of national integration. We need to recall the stories of countless nationalists who laid down their lives to maintain national independence and sovereignty. Following the path ideals of great nationalists promotes national integration. So, in this context, the duty of youth is very essential, very important. The youth are the privileged person in the society who can contribute to development. Therefore, they have a special responsibility and should actively participate in the development plans of the nation. The youth should be acquainted with the major problems facing the country. Firstly, they should study the basic problems of health, AIDS, environment, nutrition, lack of education, economic backwardness, ignorance, dowry deaths, casteism, and superstitious and false beliefs of the masses. Our society is experiencing a constant change and faces the conflicting ideological of the past vis-a-vis the West. Our past, with a shadow of casteism, superstition, and religious overtones, needs a balanced approach, and the youth can play a very important role in this regard and educate the general public about the misnomer relating to the superstition. The need to do away with the caste system and encourage lateral, vertical, and diagonal of the mingling of the people to mass them into a truth India and network. They can establish good rapport with the people so as to involve them in an active participation in social work, which will help to make society a better place to live in. So, friends, the government programs such as the Clean and Green India are a very good opportunity. The Swachh Bharat Mission is a very good opportunity for youth to join hands with their countrymen and gives impetus in the process of nation building. Further, the government programs like the India has a National Cadet Corps, as we are from that organization, the National Social Services, the NSS, the National Service Volunteer Scheme, NSBS, and other similar organizations which are an asset to our nation. Apart from these measures to channelize young energy into constructive channels, following few steps can be taken. Films with social upliftment and national buildings as theme would make a fair contribution in instilling a healthy and progressive attitude in the youth. Non-government organizations, the NGOs should also engage youth in such programs with strength and nation building. There should be integration committee integration committee composed or representative of various communities is at village, city, district, state, and nation level. Youth should be engaged in such committees to contribute in society. Youth of Youth to train themselves effectively both in institutional and adventure activities. At such activities, imbibe self-confidence, harmony, and the patriotism. So, in last, young men and women are the reservoirs of unbounded energy and enthusiasm. Youth should accept all the challenges faced by the country. Let the youth be put the best use. For this, their energized skills and talented have to properly properly harnessed, channelized, and put to right use to the common good and the country. So, friends, with these words, I am going to conclude my presentations. Hope you are all able to understand, able to just realizing what is national integration, the importance of national integration, and how a youth can uh, join in such revolutionary national integration movement. So I am closing my speech, and along with my thankful to again Dr. S. Babu sir and all my dear friends. Thank you, Babu sir.
Thank you, Mohammed Rachi. Today, our cadets learned a lot from your valuable speech. So, very excellent presentation from your side. Thank you, Saab. So, now I welcome Asota Praveen from Telangana Directorate, ANO of Senior Institute of Science and Technology. Welcome, Praveen, sir.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, is my voice is audible to you?
Yeah, yes, audible. Praveen, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. First of all, let me extend my heartful wishes to my friend, Lieutenant Bibut Bhushanji, and who has given excellent talk so far on the topic importance of national integration in nation building. First of all, let me take it. It is a great privilege to me to extend my thanks to Dr. M. Mohan Krishnan, sir, the principal of the institution, Aditya Agarwal, and also Sri Aditya Agarwal, sir, president of the institution, and Lieutenant Colonel P. Kumar, sir, so officer commanding, and Sri Harish Kumar Singh ji, secretary of the institution. Also, my extended thanks to the coordinator of today's session, Lieutenant Babu sir, ANO NCC 13 Tamil Nadu Battalion. So also my sincere thanks to cadets, especially who has given me introduction about me. So my heartful thanks to the cadet also and all the cadets. Very good morning to one and all. It's a great opportunity to me. Like especially I got this opportunity because of Lieutenant Babu sir. He's very kind and who has contacted me to discuss to give a talk on this important talk, national integration in nation building. So I took this is a great privilege to me, great opportunity to me, because to share information to the young minds, because you are the people the pillars of this nation. So I thought that it's a great opportunity to me to share a platform with my friend Lieutenant Dr. Bibut Bhushan Saab, and now I am going to start my talk on national integration in nation building. So let me just give me a couple of seconds to share my PPT so that it will be very useful to everyone. Is it visible, sir? Lieutenant Babu, sir?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So, dear cadets, it's a very important topic has been given for today's discussion. Already, Dr. Mohapatra ji has given his excellent views on national integration. So, what is national integration and how the concept of national integration has come forward, and how national integration as an important topic for the today's generation. So he has given wonderful ideas on this topic, and let me continue to share some more points on national integration, so that this will be very useful to the cadets in order to strengthen your character, strengthen your life, isn't it, and leading your life in a beautiful manner in the society. So let me start with this national integration. Okay, its meaning and importance. So, what is national integration and its meaning and importance? So, the term national integration has two words, isn't it? The first one it is nation, and the second one it is integration. So, Sir also said that in the Sanskrit how the nation has formed.
On one time.
Okay, and let me extend once again on this nation and integration. So the word national integration, it has two words. One it is nation, and the second one it is integration. Now let us examine that. What is a nation? So if you see that, if you want to know what is a nation, so a nation is a country with a unified socio-economic and political structure, isn't it? The important term it is an unified socio-economic and political structure, and it denotes a body of people who have feeling of oneness, built on the basis of common history, society, culture, and values. So what is important to everyone when we live in the society, the feeling of oneness is important. The moment when we develop, the moment when we invite into our life the feeling of oneness, then nobody cannot shake individual or society or the country. So the country is ready to take up whatever the challenge it is. Now let me tell you all that. So we are all have been living in a situation like called pandemic, isn't it? COVID-19. It's not an easy task, isn't it? Without the coordination among the citizens of this country, it wouldn't be possible to us to lead life in a proper way. Because see, for the past 1.5 year, we all have been lost our for example, students, isn't it? There is no opportunity to you to go and to attend your regular classes, isn't it? So you are attending online classes because the situation is worse to go outside. And if you see that employers, or the people, those who work for daily wages, isn't it? They lost their income. So how their families can survive? So with collective effort, we all have been working to fight against pandemic COVID-19. So in that process, especially our government, central government, Prime Minister sir, and all his ministers, they took up very initiatives, isn't it, in order to normalize the things in the society. And statewide also, if you look at the government, isn't it, government officials, they have been working, isn't it, to meet the need of common man, isn't it? So who are the worst sufferers, especially during the pandemic, especially the daily workers, isn't it? The poor people, the poorest of the people. It is very vulnerable situation for them. So if we are living in a society happily under healthy conditions, because the oneness, the feeling of oneness is very, very important. The moment when we send this oneness, the feeling of oneness among the people, then we can ready to overcome whatever the challenges that we are going to face. Next point, this feeling of oneness binds the people together into a nation. Otherwise, without the feeling of oneness, then there is no formation of nation. In general terms, it is this feeling which is known as national integration. So by saying this, simply you can say that when people they started to live together with the feeling of oneness, this creates national integration. If this doesn't create the feeling of oneness, what happens in the society? You see unrest, isn't it? You see hesitations, and there is no growth for the state, there is no growth for the nation. That is the reason the concept that we discussed today, national integration, it is very, very important. And let me continue some more points to that, the meaning of national integration. So, national integration is the awareness of a common identity amongst the citizens of a country, isn't it? So, this is the common identity amongst the citizens. If we do not live with this common identity, then we try to spread hatred towards one another. It means that though the individuals belong to different communities, has religions, cultures, and regions, and speak different languages, all of them recognize the fact that they are one. So that we have to remember. In spite of no, we belong to different religions, different castes, different communities. But when it comes to where Mohapatra ji, when he said that, like the moment when we look at our national flag, isn't it? Or the moment when we start to sing our national anthem, or the moment when we start to sing NCC song, how we feel? We all feel that we are all one, isn't it? Our blood gets boils, it flows, isn't it? It flows very rapidly in order to give great moral strength to our mind. And the last point in that, this kind of integration is very important in the building of a strong and prosperous nation. Very fact, students, if there is no oneness, if there is no togetherness, then there is no progress, there is no prosperous to any nation. Next, let me give a quote from our former Vice President, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, sir. He said about national integration. National integration cannot be made by bricks and mortar, mold and hammer, but it quietly grows in people's minds through education. Absolutely. See, if there is no education, if the country it is not education, if the state is not education, if a village is not education, how the conditions of that particular people or that particular place we can assess, isn't it? Without education. So through education, where we it inculcates the importance of national integration into our life. And another quote that is given by British writer Dorothy Simpson, and she said, "National integration means creating a mental outlook which will promote and inspire every person to place loyalty to the country above group loyalties and the welfare of the country above narrow sectarian sectarian interests, isn't it? So it's a very, very important quotation. If you observe once again that creating a mental outlook which will promote and inspire every person to place loyalty to the country, because that is the basics principle where each and every individual of this country should possess in their life, isn't it? Loyalty to the country above group loyalties. So group loyalties are not primary to us. What is primary to us? Loyalty to the country is very important, and the welfare of the country is important above narrow sectarian interests, isn't it? It's not only my state has to develop or my district has to develop, isn't it? Only my region has to develop. So this kind of mindset, it is not good. So this is the mindset of sectarians, isn't it? So we shouldn't make it part, because India we have to look at as a whole. That's it. That must be our mindset. In such a way, when we think, if we think that yes, the progress should be there in the entire India, with that mindset, if any person moves in their life, they definitely will reach greater heights in their life, isn't it? For example, if you see that Sachin Tendulkar in cricket, isn't it? He never feels that he just limited to only Maharashtrian cricket, but he feels that he is very proud that he's an Indian. Whatever he achieved, so he says that this glory goes to the entire nation. For example, if you see Ratan Tata, and if you see the former Prime President APJ Abdul Kalam sir, isn't it? So he did not work, he did not think only for the state. He is always, his thoughts are always for the progress of entire nation. That is why they are called great minds. They are the great minds because their intention is to serve for the entire nation. That kind of mindset we have to develop, uh, dear cadets. And let me move on to definition on national integration. So, how you can define the word national integration? Isn't it? So national integration is a positive concept, isn't it? It's not a negative. It's a positive concept. National integration is to inculcate feeling of togetherness among us diverse sections of society. It's very fact. Like if you see in India, like we see and different states are there, different religions are there, different cultures are there, isn't it? But on the whole, we have to unify together, and we have to respect each other, our traditions, our practices. That's very important. It is not the uniformity of all religions, dress and food habits, etc. It means both the preservation of diverse cultures and the same time living, respecting, and working in harmony with each other for the overall prosperity of the nation, isn't it? For example, you should not impose that, you should not eat that, or you should not eat this, you should not wear this, isn't it? See, that is their own style, that is their culture, that is their habit, where we have to respect. Let them go with that, isn't it? And at the same time, the mutual reciprocation, the mutual appreciation of our cultures, it is very, very, our practices are very, very important, isn't it? In order to lead a happy and peaceful and prosperous life in the society. Next, so look at this picture, and the intention of this picture, it is gives you to have a better understanding national integration. If you see that the left side picture, like we have different religions, and but we're all together. We're all together. We're all living together. It's a secular country, isn't it? And the right side picture, you just see that where we represent to different parts of our country, but we are all one, isn't it? We are all one. Our places are different, but our mottos are same. Next, need for integration. Why there is a need for national integration? So if you put this question in your mind, there is a greater need, especially in the 21st century, isn't it? When national integration occurs, individuals have the possibility to work together to build systems that enhance the prosperity of a nation and its people, isn't it? If this it is not takes place, for example, if I feel insecure to come to some other state to start my livelihood, if I feel insecure, then where do I live? So, if any place or any government or any person causes insecurity to the person, other fellow human being, when they come for their livelihood or when they come for employment or whatever it is, they should be welcome. Otherwise, if there is no welcome to the people, then there is no progress, isn't it? Next, if you see that, for example, FDIs, foreign direct investments, where foreigners they are coming, and our prime minister also started that slogan, make in India. Yep, you come to our place, you start your organization, you establish, you give employment opportunities, give economical growth to our country. So we are welcoming, isn't it? Next, some things that may come in the way of national integration include religious or political divisions as well as communication barriers between citizens. So these barriers should not take place. There shouldn't be any religious barriers. There shouldn't be any political barriers, isn't it? There shouldn't be any communication barriers, isn't it? So if one person says that when it is important for the growth of a nation, and it is advisable for all the citizens of this country, isn't it? So that communication has to reach each and every citizen of this country. There shouldn't be any barriers. Next point, it is, why is national integration important in nation building? Isn't it? Why it is? So how national integration helps us in national winning process? Isn't it? Why it is important for the nation building? Because it is very important to for the maintenance of sovereignty and territorial integrity of the nation, isn't it? So to maintain the sovereignty, we're all one, isn't it? Though different places, we're all one. Next, maintenance of peace and harmony. Will anybody live in any place like where there is no peace and no harmony? Can we live? It's not possible to us, isn't it? So even our mind also seeks opportunities wherever there is a peace, there is a harmony, isn't it? There we can achieve our progress. Next point, it is growth and development of the nation, isn't it? With this national integration, it helps us for the development of other nation. And next one, it is very important to us, eradication of poverty and illiteracy. For example, if you see that uh, Infosys chairman, isn't it? And with the association of Narayana Murthy sir, with the association of a group of his friends, and he started an idea to start Infosys. Now you see that, isn't it? How the people, those who are literate now, they are able to work in their organization, isn't it? So directly he helped to the nation to eradicate poverty. That is why it's very, very important where today's youth of this nation should create opportunities to the coming generations. That's very, very important. The next one, it is internal security and law and order will be maintained with the national integration. Otherwise, if there is no harmony between the states, between the districts within the state, then it leads to security issues. Next, culture and religious development, isn't it? So, national integration will help us to develop our culture, our religious development. To continue to that, let me add some more points. Economic and industrial growth will takes place. Whatever the country, if you find there is an economic and industrial growth, that country, it is called developed country. For example, why we prefer to go to US, isn't it? Because there is a lot of development, it is there, lot of economy, it is there. So now we also in a position to reach from developing to developed nation due to the efforts of brilliant people in order to make India as a developed nation. So if you don't have this one aspect, it is not possible to us. And next point, it is attract foreign investment and increase import and export. Isn't it? As I mentioned, that our Prime Minister has given a call for Make in India, isn't it? The next one, exchange of technological know-how and culture. Isn't it? Technological developments and cultural developments. Isn't it? How technology will help us to better make our lifestyle better. Isn't it? And dignity and self-respect as a nation. With the national integration, it helps us to maintain dignity and self-respect in the nation. And this will help us welfare and well-being of the people. If people are not happy, if people are no educational facilities, if people they don't have job opportunities, imagine how the country, isn't it? How the country will live. The poverty will takes place, isn't it? It will dominate people's lifestyle without proper integration among the people. And next one, the last point under this, which is foreign relations and better standing among the nations of the world. Any country will prefer, the country which is harmonious, which is peace, which there is a peace, and that country, the foreigners will prefer to come to invite and to develop like cultural and tourism sectors will be developed where there is a peace and harmony in the nation. Next point, advantages of national integration. So, what advantages we get with the national integration? It's very important. Like increase the feeling of brotherhood. Isn't it the moment when we have, yes, we're all one. Isn't though I'm living in this state or you are living in Tamil Nadu or somebody, Vibhut Bhushan sir in Odisha and somebody in Delhi, but we are all one. We have that brotherhood feeling, isn't it? Because to strengthen our brothers, to strengthen our families, to strengthen our people, this kind of feeling is very very important. That is why I gave example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. He is the greatest example. That's it. It's a great human being and who is great inspiring source for generations and generations of the people, isn't it? Next, reduce differences about religion, race, and culture. So integration will help us. National integration will help us to keep aside our religious differences, or regional differences, or races, or cultural differences. Isn't it? And reduces murders, massacres, and riots. This is true. If there is no feeling of respecting each other, what happens? There is no progress in the nation. What happens? If poverty dominates our lives, what happens? If you live with unrest, what happens? Isn't it? Next, supports in developing the nation. National integration will help us to build a nation, say, together and increase unity among people, isn't it? So the moment uh, when we spread the mode of unity among us, then there is no clashes, there is no differences. We're all one, isn't it? We are all one. The moment when we think in such a way, then there is no clashes among us. And let me give you final points by adding that steps to promote national integration in nation building. So, as the topic is given to us for the presentation, importance of national integration in nation building, I think these points will fit into the given topic in today's discussion. The national integration is highly necessary in a multi-religious, isn't it? Yeah, it is a multi-religious, multi-ethnic, multi-caste, multi-racial society, isn't it? So we have unity and diversity, isn't it? So in that, to achieve this, isn't it, national integration in nation building, what is important aspects? In that, the first aspect it is promotion of secularism. So promoting the secularism, promoting the oneness, feeling of oneness is the ultimate uh, instrument or tool to us to live together with harmony. So promotion of secularism. So what is that promotion of secularism? It's nothing but the spirit of secularism is highly necessary in Indian multi-religious society, isn't it? Otherwise, this feeling of secularism, it is not possible to us to live together with diversity. For this reason, the National Integration Conference of 1961 suggested that no political party should indulge in any activity aggravating the differences or causing any tensions between various castes, communities, or linguistic group. No person should, no political party, isn't it? No group should not create this kind of differences among the people. So there shouldn't be any casteisms, it's a caste differences, upper caste, lower caste, isn't it? And we should not divide the people. Unfortunately, this has come into the society. But we should maintain peace in the various sectors in our society. Then only we can feel that, no, then only it will help us to build a nation. Otherwise, if we always lead our life with the tensions, like with the caste tensions and community tensions or linguistic tensions, then where is the growth to us? Nobody will interest to come to visit our place or to take development programs. isn't it? This is not uh, good for the society, but it is a great harm, great threat to the society. Next, cultural integration is very important. So recognizing the existence of wide range of groups, intergroup situations should be promoted in India. That is why if you see that in NCC we have a national integration camp. So what happens here? The motto is like to invite people from different parts of the nation and to have to share their understandings, to share their cultural practices, isn't it? So in order to promote that oneness, isn't it? So that is the purpose of that particular camp. Next, though not uniformity, yet unity among the people can be created with a common set of values. This unity can be set among the people with a common set of values. So national goal or national objectives generate cultural integration, which partially favor emotional integration of the nation. So this cultural integration, especially, it will arouse the feelings of emotional feelings among one another in order to unite together, isn't it? Next, economic development. Okay, so cultural integration, national integration will help us to build a nation, especially by taking up that economic development. If there is no economic development in any country, like whoever the investors they want to invest in any country, they see that whether there is a progress or not. Why most of the people they prefer our country because there is a huge demand, there is a huge market in India. That is why they're always ready to come and establish their organizations in our country. Next, education. Students, cadets, this is very, very important part. Without education, then there is no progress, isn't it? Education, it enlightens our minds. That is the reason, if you see that your college has conducted this activity in order to promote, in order to invite, in order to spread the light of knowledge into your minds, isn't it? Without education, then what happens? We also have to live like animals. So why we are superior to animals? Because we are educated. Because we have thought process. We can exchange. We can communicate. This has to come forward, students, isn't it? Without any bias, without any restrictions, where we have to come out to excel in our education. That's very important. And next point, political and administrative measures which will lead to our national building. In any country, if political setup is not proper, if political parties do not focus on the welfare of the people, do not provide the opportunities to their youth of a particular nation, then it is not possible for any country to develop. That is the reason we should have healthy politics. Even in your student life also, you should learn what is good politics, what is bad politics. You should not develop against feeling towards politics, because politics is very, very important. So how healthy politics can be coming to practice, that is very, very important, because you are the future leaders and you can take up any task. In future you may become like an MLA or MP or an IAS officer or IPS officer, isn't it? A philanthropist, whatever it is, isn't it? Who knows that? So it depends on the way you develop, the way you progress. So in that aspect, the political and administrative measures also very, very important. For example, administrators, like if you see that IAS officers, isn't it? If they do not function properly, then where is the develop to the particular place or the nation, isn't it? So individually, if we grow, isn't it, where our parts are developed, then that development will spread to that different parts of the society. Non-government organizations. So if you see that so many organizations are there, for example, Bachpan Prayas or Red Cross, isn't it? The motto of these people it is to help to the people to the fullest extent, isn't it? From one region to another region, isn't it? So non-governmental organizations, their responsibilities, their duties are very, very important in the process of nation building through national integration. And some more other points. Let me add for the national building, how national integration will take place. So in that, the point it is cultural plurality has to be respected and tolerated through mutual understanding based on nationality among various cultural diverse groups, isn't it? So we have to express respect our cultural pluralities, isn't it? You practice your culture and I practice my culture. So we have to respect our cultures. That's very, very important. A nation's ideology is stated in the preamble of our constitution, isn't it? Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar has mentioned, in our constitution, like how this national integration will leads to our nation building, isn't it? So in that, like you can mention, you can find out in our constitution that justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, promoting secularism. So all these points are mentioned in order to make people to live unite and help the nation for the building. And all national symbols have to be shown due to respect by every Indian to ensure the national unity to promote national integration, isn't it? So national integration, it's not limited to within the nation, but among the nations also. It's very, very important. We have to respect our cultures, isn't it? Next, much success of national integration depends on the style of functioning of the positive role played by our national leaders, including the heads of the state and heads of the government. It's true, like uh, the head of the nations, like prime minister, sir, and in states like chief minister, the role it is very, very important. Central officers, state officers, their role it is very, very important in the process of nation building through national integration. So, in this context, let us recall these emphatic words of our first Prime Minister Pandit Nehru. No, he said, like, national integration is our national objective, and let us achieve it. Yes, it is our national objective. Let us achieve it for our national nation building. So let me conclude, cadets, by saying this. Like, to conclude the whole discussion, it can be said that national integration plays a very productive role in the nation building and development. Isn't it? Without national integration, there is no chance of nation building. So it opens the doors for social, political, and economic prosperity. Moreover, it transforms a dejected society into a fortunate one. Society should not be like dejected one; it should be a fortunate one. So finally, in short, without national integration, a society is nothing but anarchy and chaos, isn't it? So if we want to overcome these dangers like anarchy and chaos, so we have to promote the feeling of oneness. It's very important. National integration is very important, and national integration ultimately helps us to our nation building, isn't it? So in nation, it is not one; it is everyone. So we are all one. That feeling it is very, very important. That feeling makes our country from developing to developed nation. So I hope definitely we can see this progress, development as a developed nation, India. So it is going to be achieved very soon in our country with the cooperation, with the help, the mutual support from one another among the citizens of this country. So thank you very much. So with that, I just conclude my talk. Any questions, please ask. Babu sir,
Sir, thank you, sir.
thank you, sir.
Cadets, do you have any queries? You can ask our Praveen sir.
Cadet, you are very welcome to ask questions to get clarification. I hope I reached out to each and every cadet to give a thorough understanding on national integration, its role in nation building. Cadets, you are welcome. Please ask.
Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen
Praveen
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, Mohammed Raji.
Babu sir,
Haji.
if there are no questions, then you can take up, sir, for the
Yeah,
further
sure. Okay.
proceedings.
Thank you, Praveen sir. Today our cadets got a very valuable session. It's a great opportunity to our cadets to learn from the expert speakers. Thank you both of them. Now over to Poverson for vote of thanks.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation, sir. We had a best collaboration with you. Now it's time for vote of thanks. As all good things come to an end in life, so is the seminar. On behalf of J.H.A.AGARSEN College NCC, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly, indirectly contributed to the seminar on importance of national integration in national building. At outset, I thank our speaker guest and resource person, both of you, sir. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to our Honorable Commanding Officer, respected Sir Lieutenant Colonel P. Kumar, sir, and Adam Officer Major Minimum for their motivation. I would like to thank our Principal and Vice Principal for his enthusiastic support, and a special thanks to Technical Department of J.H.A.AGARSEN College, Mr. Suresh sir and Mohan sir, and entire technical team for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heart left thanks to our students for active participation.
Now I request
With these warm words and kind message, we move to the end of this today's webinar. Let's end this webinar with national anthem. I request everybody to stand up for the national anthem.
Babu sir, just
Jelina,
open your video. Babu sir.
Jelina, let's start.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे आगे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
thank you, cadets. I posted the feedback link in the chat groups. If it's in the feedback form, you will get a participant. Thank you, Professor, for your expertise. Thank you, Mohammad Raji. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much,
Thank you.
Babu
Thank
sir.
you for your support.
Mohan Batra sir.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Thank
Ji
you.
sir.
So this is the
Long time.
actually this is the real national integration ATC. One from Telangana, one from Tamil Nadu, one from Odisha, and the cadets
Exactly.
also from all three.
Yes, this is a
Sir.
good national
Okay.
integration.
This is the
And
true national integration. Okay.
and our parade commander is also very fit.
Thank you, Mohan Batra ji.
He's always a lifelong parade commander of PRCN 160.
Can
Thank
you
you, Ji.
remember
Thank you.
that time can you remember that time how our parade commander was looks like, and now what
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is?
obviously, I can remember each and every moment of how he got struggled with Jesse.
Hey,
All
exact.
his pains and stories. It's a memorable one. Thank you, Ji. Thank you. So, with both of your helps, we got a great
Thank
success
you.
of this. And our CEO also watched through YouTube. He conveyed his wishes, and he is very much happy about your special guests. Okay.
So,
Thank you, CEO.
we will meet soon again.
Sure, definitely we'll meet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
லைவ் கட் கட் ஆகி